Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me for this virtual Family Day tour. Let's virtually travel to our first work. This painting is called A Double Portrait and is by Abraham de Vries, a Dutch artist who lived from the 1590s to 1649 or 1650. He was a leading portraitist in both France and the Dutch Republic. This particular work was created in the 1630s. It is a gift of Ina Lee Brown Raymer, class of 1956, and Estelle Newman Tanner, class of 1957. This piece is oil on canvas and is quite large, with dimensions of 47.5 inches by 37 inches. Let's take a moment to look at the figures. What do you notice about the people? Have you ever seen someone wearing clothes similar to the couple? How does this painting make you feel? You can pause here for a couple of minutes to discuss the details of the painting and the figures. Welcome back. Let's start by discussing some of the characterizing features of the couple's dress. They both wear a classic ruff collar. This collar was popular in Europe in the 1500s and early 1600s. During this period, the ruff became a symbol of aristocracy. You may have studied Queen Elizabeth I of England. She is very famously depicted wearing a ruff. However, by the time this portrait was created, the ruff was not very popular in fashion. Let's take a closer look at the couple's clothing. You may have noticed the couple is dressed in dark-colored, modest clothing which extends to the wrists. This is also a style choice taken from a previous era. Their modest dress indicates the people are Mennonites. Mennonites are members of the Protestant Christian faith whose religion originated near Zurich, Switzerland. They were persecuted for their beliefs and so moved to areas throughout Europe, including the Netherlands. The Mennonites are known for pacifism and other characteristics like dressing more conservatively than what was fashionable. This is why they are wearing clothes which are out of fashion for the 1630s. Let's look at some examples of fashionable attire for the era. These images are more in line with the fashions of the time, and we can see bright colors and lower necklines for women. You might have also noticed the fur that the woman is wearing, the metal chain, the gilded Bible, or the very intricate carpet on the table. These features let us know that these figures were wealthy and were likely merchants. Their merchant status may be inferred from the carpet on the table, which looks to perhaps be from the Ottoman Empire. Many Mennonites were part of the merchant class. Due to their religious beliefs, they were excluded from various forms of work and so became involved in business and relatively wealthy. Now let's take a look at our next work. This work is called Two Bowyer Yachts Close into Shore with a Flagship Coming into Anchor and was created in 1660. It is oil and ink on panel and has the dimensions 19.75 by 26 and 1/8 inch. It was a gift to the Davis by Strafford Moores in memory of his wife. The artist is Willem van de Velde I. Willem van de Velde was a Dutch Golden Age painter, and his son, Willem van de Velde the Younger, was also a painter. They both specialized in maritime art or images of boats and the ocean. Are there any activities that you and your family like to do? Let's take a closer look at the work. Take a few minutes to pause here and look at the different figures in the image. What do you see? Maybe you said horses, big boats, flags, people, and smaller boats. We are not completely sure what is happening in the image. We do know that the boats here are used for recreation, so this was likely a scene of rich people enjoying the ocean for the day. What do you think is happening here? Try to come up with your own version of the story. Let's do an activity. Like the Van de Veldes, you and your family can try to draw an image. Pause here and go ahead and grab some paper and writing utensils, and you can each draw your own version of an image and then compare. You may decide to draw your best rendition of this image. Van de Velde the Elder was the official artist for the Dutch fleet for a period during his life, and so might have been sketching a scene like this quite frequently. The Dutch were known for their shipping industry, and so maritime work was particularly important. This contributed to the significance of the Van de Velde's work. Thank you so much for joining me on this virtual tour of two of my favorite pieces at the Davis Museum.